Hey guys, this is Puga29 here, and today this is a video about how to get better at Fortnite, 3 ways to improve yourself in Fortnite, and how to get victory royales more often, because we all just want that victory royale, right? So the first thing to understand about Fortnite on console is that it has a different playstyle than you would often see on PC, where most expectations for good console players come from being the fastest and the best build battler. Matters less on console than on PC with the massive explosives buffs, and that coupled with the addition of the drum gun and the new SMG, there are plenty of ways to defend yourself against master builders. So let's get into the first way to improve yourself in Fortnite, console edition. So number one is to land at hotspots where you know there's going to be a lot of action as soon as you land. So one of the first places that comes to mind with a lot of action is Tilted, but that's really not the best way to improve yourself here, because in Tilted there's going to be a lot of people without guns running around. You might be one of them even. So whenever you're there and you're killing them, you know, you're getting kills, but you're not really improving because they don't have the same advantages as you have. So an ideal place to land would be Pleasant Park, because whenever you land there, it's like everyone mostly gets a house most of the time. So most of the time you guys are gonna have the same advantages. That was a pretty sick snipe, by the way. Most of you guys are gonna have the same advantages because you're all getting a house, so you're all getting practically the same loot, you know, like an AR, a shotgun, maybe a sniper if you're lucky. That's like really lucky and really good, by the way. But if you're all getting an AR and a shotgun, then you're all pretty much equal. So you're gonna have more equal competition, so no one's gonna be sniping you for 200 when you barely have like 150 shields. So there's one way to improve, because you guys are all just in an equal fight. You have to work with your resources and make good use of them. So there's number one. So number two would be to play at a sensitivity that you're the most comfortable with, and that sensitivity doesn't really have to be, you know, high exactly. A lot of players compare high sensitivity with like better gameplay or better skills, you know, like you're gonna be better if you have your sensitivity all the way at 10. But that's not really the case here, because sensitivity really only affects the speed at which you build, and like I said at the start of the video, being a master builder isn't console's thing. Console's thing is being accurate and having great accuracy, because that's how you're going to win most of your battles, instead of it ending in a build battle, which building really isn't, like I said, it's not console's thing. So to have a great accuracy, you need a good sensitivity that you're comfortable with, and that sensitivity doesn't have to be anything specific. A lot of players use like really varied sensitivities. Like there's great players that use max sensitivity, which obviously it's the highest one, and like I said, it doesn't really matter, but it works for them. A lot of players I see a lot of players using about 5 to 8, and that seems good. That seems like a good spot. 5 is a bit on the slower side, so you'll be better at aiming with the shotgun in your shotgun battles, so you're gonna get a headshot most of the time. If you're better with ARs, or you want to snap around really quickly if someone is shooting at you and you want to build a wall, then you might want to go with 8. But I use 7.6 because I'm more comfortable with that, and it just seems like the best sensitivity for me. And I get like battle royales pretty often. So if you play at a sensitivity that you're comfortable with, then nothing can really stop you if you're good with that sensitivity. So yeah. And finally, number 3 would be to stay calm, and this is arguably the most important thing to do in Fortnite. When you're calm, you can make good and smart plays, and if your plays are smart and good, then you're a good player. So And usually you can outsmart your opponents quicker than if they were panicking. If you were panicking, you would not be able to have clear thoughts, and you would not be able to think as straight. But when you're thinking straight, then you're gonna make really good decisions, really good plays. You can pull off some crazy shit if you're just really calm and have nerves of steel. But most players, you know, when you're getting towards the end game, you're gonna get really nervous. Your hands are gonna start sweating, and you might choke, which is what happens to most of us. At least it did happen to me most of the time when I first started playing. I got super nervous, and I would often choke most of my games because I just wasn't thinking straight. I wasn't thinking clearly. So what you can do, or what you should do, is like mostly think about keeping the high ground, because as long as you're above the player that you're trying to kill, then you're gonna make them panic more than you're panicking, if that makes any sense. Because if they're lower than you, then that's just worse for them, you know. You're in a better spot. Being on top is the best spot in Fortnite, because when you're shooting down at them, they can only build about 2 layers of protection, of roof and a wall, or a floor and a roof, and that's about as good as you're gonna get. And if you have a spamming weapon like the SMG or the drum gun, then you're just gonna melt through that as soon as they build it, and they're probably not gonna have any time to use a med kit, chug jug, even minis. So it just gives you a great opportunity to just get a lot of headshots, a lot of damage in, and to just basically kill them, you know. So just keeping the high ground, thinking about keeping the high ground and keeping the high ground is probably the most important thing in Fortnite. But before that, you have to stay calm. And yeah, that's pretty much all the tips I got for you to improve yourself, make yourself a better player, kill every other player, you know, just be good at the game. So, and hopefully, you know, you guys could become the next Nick Mercs, or for most of you, for a lot of people out there, hopefully you can just get your first win, you know, just show other people that you have what it takes to win a game of Fortnite Battle Royale. So I'll just leave the rest of the game playing if any of you are interested. Spoiler alert, I win. And it's because I used most of the tips that I have in this video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.